The news today, hundreds of Jamaicans were today turned away from hell because the devil says he does not want them up there because they only come in to make trouble and mash up his place. Reports are the Jamaicans are going down there with fraudulent means. They are traveling in wrong names and traveling on other people's death certificates. But one report also said that the Jamaicans are installing fan fridges, air conditioners and other cooling devices contrary to the laws of hell. The report also said that the man was trying to overthrow Satan with his name Helly Lewis, otherwise known as the Maroon Emperor. He was booked to appear before the Devil's Race Court next week Tuesday. Thank you.
No. Watch this, man. The X represent for XqLusiva.
What's up?
Baby, let's go!
Welcome to our website. We got loads of news and gossip for you today. But first, here's a new song.
You know I think of that. Yo, nice hard freeze. I'ma never be for melted. Couldn't dare something tempted. Me no like your friend thing.
Try applying for a gun license in Jamaica if you live in America. Not care how much house you own. Them put you through hell to protect your own life and safety and family.
Now, this one is a good afternoon, my viewers and my subscribers. May I say welcome back to another nice topic discussion and review. Now, definitely I agree with Kartel on that one. Better you have it than don't have it when you need it.
If you're a Jamaican living overseas, or you're a Jamaican who have relatives overseas that visits Jamaica, we all need to come together, join forces, and hold the Jamaican government and authorities responsible for the safety and well-being of returning residents and visiting members of the diaspora. Over there in Manique, St. Ann, a 43-year-old gentleman from New York, taxi operator, you know how hard it is for a man run taxi in New York and build a house in Jamaica? Visiting Jamaica, not even 6 hours after his arrival, he was robbed and killed in his own home in Jamaica. Now, returning residents and visiting members of the diaspora are left to defend themselves in a system manipulated by criminals. The government have nothing in place to protect average residents, the vulnerable, the kids, returning residents, visiting diaspora members, nothing in place to protect them. If you're a Jamaican living overseas right now, your money is good enough for the government, but your life and your well-being means nothing to them. Try applying for a gun license in Jamaica if you live in America. Not care how much house you own, them put you through hell to protect your own life and safety and family. And amidst all of that, they do not have the resources in place to protect you. So tell me now, what do you expect members of the diaspora to do? Returning residents to do? So basically, you're forcing people to get to the gangbanging. They must start by gun and have people around them to protect them and defend them because the security forces can't do it. And you're not affording them licensed firearm permits so they can go ahead and be able to protect themselves. Imagine if this gentleman had stopped at the police station or a FLA office on his way home from the airport and pick up his licensed firearm. Don't you think, as an average thinking person now, don't you think this gentleman would have had a fighting chance against these 3 criminals that barged into his home and took his life and took his property? And then the Jamaican authorities have all sorts of nonsense rules and regulations and explanations for the dumb reasons why people overseas are being denied licensed firearms. But yet, everyday criminals get more guns. So you make us vulnerable. Law-abiding citizens of Jamaica, law-abiding Jamaican citizens living in the diaspora overseas are vulnerable, helpless at the hands of heartless criminals because of a system that only works with bribe and corruption. Armed every legal abiding citizens that has Jamaica behind their name. And stop with the foolishness, Mr. FLA, Mr. Minister of Security, Mr. Minister of Tourism. Work on these things. Create a better Jamaica. Stop politicize every aspect of the country. Don't you see that these actions are destructive? The man not even landing on an island 6 hours. His property is gone. Take the property, but you take him on life too. Because he's helpless. Jaja.
This is a brand new one from the artist Vibes Kartel. Now this one is called the Money Chaser. No, as I'm telling you, say Kartel is no ordinary artist, you know. I'm in a business who want to say exclusive for ever talk about Kartel in a blog. When me can say, I love the man music. You understand? And where music is concerned, it's Kartel for me. Cause the reason why me telling you say Kartel lyrics them right in parables. So if you don't understand parables, you now get the message from Kartel music. Now me I go show you the message of Kartel I send out in this one car. As you can hear a Dr. Letter say now that FLA need to start give the citizens of Jamaica and the overseas visitors to Jamaica access to licensed firearms.
Can't left it black with the bang belly, now see the Danbury. Better you have it and no want it. More than finna it and need it.
Because the criminality in Jamaica is out of control and the government surely doesn't have no control over it. However, fear is fear. They said, the government said that crime has dropped 20%. Let's give them applause. Now, since we're on the topic of Vibes Kartel, here we have Gaza Slim responding to Sir P allegation on why she was BATEN by Kartel cronies. Now that word cronies is a very important word, cause just imagine Kartel without his cronies. Now none of these cronies are held responsible for their actions. Everything relies on Kartel because, as them say, he is the boss. But he never lay a finger on the young lady, as the young lady always says. Now I want you to take a listen to what Gaza Sima say in this one, because she clarify certain aspect of what Sir P said.
Right now I'm actually on a tour in the UK, but I got some free time now. A few days ago, I realized my phone was blowing up more than the usual. And everybody was talking about a post that the blogger Sir P made about some stuff, some allegations. Two things that he said stood out to me. One thing, me and Shorty are never friend like that for me. I go sit down and I have such conversation with Shorty. I was a child. Shorty a big woman for me. At the time I was 18 years old. And I pre for sit down round corner and I talk to she about she and fear man life. Me no business about that. At the time, the only thing I was thinking about was get out there, get rich, can help out my family and friends them, and become the best, one of the best singer Jamaica ever see. That's what I was thinking about at the time. You get me? So me not have time to sit down around corner with nobody and I talk about man and woman business. Me never business about that. You understand? And it's not like say she wouldn't already know where fear man are going with. Him sing about him thing them. You understand? So she would have been know that. You get me? But at the end of the day, me never sit down running in a corner and I chat nothing with nobody. And for years I've been hearing that I was just a scapegoat because the way name the coolie one is she carry the news to she. And so because me live close, my name was just easier to call. You get me? And that cost me, you understand? That took away some of my childhood. You get me? A lot of things have happened due to that situation at the time. You understand? So I was really just a scapegoat for all of this. No man never put no gun on my head. Yeah, I was disrespected. And I told you guys. And I was ridiculed for all that happened. You understand? I was ridiculed. So what him a talk about is not like say all of una don't know that already. Una been know because I been come out. I was laughed at. You understand? I was laughed at when I talk about and them say me a liar than this, that. So most of what he said is true, but not all of it. A man never put no gun to my head. Never. You understand? And when say about the carry go bring come, nah, that never happened. But most of what he said is completely true. And I already said it to you guys already. So you're supposed to know. You understand? Yeah. So, and my thing, this to come and address things and, you know, me just want to do my music. Me just want people for listen to my music and know, say, yo, I'm a bad artist and when me I do my show, people come out and come support me and when my music I sell, people buy my music and support me. That is all I'm here for. You understand? Just receive the love where artists receive. You understand? That's why I came into the game. From a child coming up, that was always my aim. For just come here and get love me. And when I come on stage, show girl real for me. And man love me. And all of that. That is my aim for music. To be loved. You understand? You see like how people love Bob Marley. Or some want people for can love Kim Hamilton. Me. You understand? So when it comes to the mix-up part of things and a Kim that none at all. You understand? So me surprised when my name reaching or something like that. You understand? I was surprised. And up until this day, I don't know what happened. You get me? Up until this day, I do not know what happened. You understand? But me still like give God thanks. Me not stop the music. But you know what I would really love? For this all to just pass. You get me? I would just love for this to pass. I've been going through this for many years now. It's like every day I keep on hearing about the same thing over and over and over. No, me not have Stockholm syndrome. Me not defend a soul. You understand? Me not defend nobody. But I would just love for this to end. Me just want to do my music. I want to do shows. I want producers link me and I can go up on some bad rhythm and show them what the time is. You get me? I just want to show them what time it is.
Now this next topic is of a very inspiring young man goes by the name of Ackeef. Now this 13-year-old is taking on the work of what I think many others should be doing. Now it's very inspiring to see this young man take on such a role. And I just want to say much respect goes out to you, young man. And also, Andrew Holness reach out to this young man because him said the message that this young man sending across to the youth of Jamaica is definitely inspiring and what we should be expecting from our young teens of Jamaica. Now check out his story and his journey.
Meet 13-year-old Ackeef Nugent from Coburn Gardens in St. Andrew. Ackeef is a youth advisor for the Coburn Gardens community. The community is known to have criminal elements. As a result of the high level of violence Ackeef has experienced, he decided to make a difference through education. In 2017, he started a program in the community teaching children to read, write, and express themselves.
For example, in the math, they got a solving equation, so they would have said, Baker have 36 mangoes, all of that. So I'm showing them and I'm teaching them how to be good readers and to bring up their communication skills.
Ackeef is also a student at Excelsior High, but he says what he's doing for the 13 of his peers whom he teaches in the community does not affect his schoolwork.
When I come from school in the evening, I got my assignments. So if I got homework in the first 2 classes, I like in my lunchtime do it because I know I have things to do and things to stand out for. So in the evenings when I come now, if I have any other homework, I like finish it, and then by 3:30 to 4, classes are started.
However, he's challenged with limited resources to make his lessons more successful.
Sometimes they don't have. So what I do, sometimes them come to the classes, don't have sharpener, pencil, sometimes books and all of that. So what I have to do is to save, chum change out of my lunch money to buy it for them, because many of them parents are not that, what should I say now? Financially stable. So what I do now is to save out of my lunch money and look sponsors from different community shops in the community to help with that. And it is working, but not working at the same time.
The teenager also has this to say to the gunmen in the area.
This is my word to all the criminals and the warring fractions of this corporate era, not only in my community, but all above Jamaica, all around Jamaica. Please to put down the gun and allow our young youths to grow in peace, so we can make Jamaica be the place to live, work, raise family and do business. We are your next generation. Teachers, doctors, lawyers, judges, all of those stuff. Please put down the gun. I am pleading to you guys.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
You are a superstar.
Yes.
And an inspiration
Yes.
to young people in your community. It's very good to meet you. I saw your story and I was very impressed.
Yes.
And we need to promote talent yourself.
Yes.
So you do classes
Yes.
and sports
Yes. Sports, entertainment.
and entertainment.
Yes.
And these are things that really pull the youngsters. So tell us a little bit more about your class, your after school
Yes. So
classes.
my after school program happened when after my classes, after I come from school. And then I start my classes, and then in the evenings after the classes I have dinner for the children. So I cook dinner for the children after.
How many students do you have?
30.
That's very good. And tell us about the sports program.
Alright, the sports program, right? What I did is to have social workers in my community. Like the adults, they are the social workers. So they are the marshals that get the students on board. Because what I'm seeing with the crime and violence is that our adults know what we should do, or what is my aim in my community to help with fighting crime, is that have every adult in the community have something to do. So social work is one of the ways that I would go about decreasing crime. And many persons in the community, I would send them to hard school for them to get trained. And so they
recommend them to the
hard program. So it is easier. So when they have social work and they are going back to school, the violence in the community will just decrease.
Well, I'm so proud of you.
Yes.
Because as you have said, in many other communities, it is not that there aren't resources. It's not that the government hasn't provided. The question is, what is the leadership there
Yes.
to take advantage of the resources? What's the leadership in the community to mobilize the youngsters? Where there is strong leadership, like yourself,
Yes.
to keep people engaged, to educate people as to the processes that are involved, and to keep people in, not just engaged, but keep them believing
Yes.
that there is hope, that their circumstances will change. And that's what leadership is. And you are exhibiting in your community great leadership. And what is clear is that people around you love you.
Yes.
I was listening to some of the responses to your interview, and it is clear that you are a very special young man. What's your age?
I'm 13 years old.
Amazing. Amazing. And what are your plans for the future?
My plans is to get everybody in my community on board for them to be busy and not busy at the same time. You understand? So what I'm trying to get most of them to do social work and to be engaged. Like persons in my community, they are talented, but they just don't have the right person to push them for them to do.
The leadership.
Yes.
The leadership. That's a critical thing.
Yes, they don't have that. So what I am doing now is to motivate them, for them to be more flamboyant, push them, for them to be, you understand what I'm saying?
I understand it totally.
Yes.
So you're pushing them to take greater interest
Yes.
in their own development,
Yes.
development of their community, and to be more expressive.
Yes.
Because unfortunately, that your community defines who you are
Yes.
and what your life chances and opportunities will be. And you have defied that. And you are basically saying, you are uplifting your community.
Yes.
And you believe that everyone in your community can have a positive outlook on you and be a leader in their household and amongst your peer groups and with your friends.
Yes.
And that's a powerful message. And I'm happy to see that you're delivering that message. And we will support you to help you to amplify your voice to reach out.
Yes. Thank you so much.
So I'm telling you thanks.
Yes.
We need more Ackeefs in Jamaica. So we will assist you to do some improvements to your facility that you have. And I will reach out to some of the other institutions to see whether or not they will join with you to facilitate your teaching.
Yeah.
And I will also support your sporting program.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you again, even though you're thanking me.
Now, thanks for watching. That's the end of today's broadcast. Now, do remember, be courteous, be courageous, and be kind. And as usual, blessing always. XqLusiva out.